It seems we've found stiff competition similar to York last season in the form of Aldershot, and it's a hard task to close them down this year. Can we get promotion? I'm not sure. It's looking tough. Roll intro. Hello and welcome to episode 16 of Non-League to Glory. I'm Adam, and on today's episode we have a away game against Hartlepool and a home game against Fylde. We are now going to have a look at what we've done since you were last with me. So we've beaten Woking 2-0. We're just going to change this because it always resets back. So we've beaten Woking in the FA Trophy third round with goals from Timmy Odesina and an own goal from Sean Donnellan. We then drew 0-0 with Wrexham in the league. We then beat Eastleigh 1-0 thanks to Morgan Whittaker. We beat Solihull 1-0 thanks to Adrian De La Fuente. We then went out tamely against Bronley 1-0 in the FA Trophy. We then followed that up with a 2-0 win against Maidstone with Karamatang and Tunga scoring before a 1-1 draw with Kidderminster, who came up with us last season thanks to Kim Pioka. That has done to the table. Let's have a look and go on to the big table. That means Aldershot, who continue to lead out in front with 84 points. We have the game in hand and we're on 78, so we can draw that back to 3. And then Barnet, who are chasing us down there, 4 points behind us on 74. Then we have Dagenham on 66, and Sutton, Torquay and Halifax make up the places before a gap to Hartlepool. We are suffering from the amount of games we've played, and as such we have had to send Chiori Johnson, Benjamin Kimpioka, Paris Magoma and Umberto Otranto on holiday for a week, simply because they're not in any great form. They are key players, but whenever they're out of form and whenever they're tired, they're not putting in a performance for us, and so the decision's been made, so they won't feature in either of today's two games. Since you were last with me in regards to transfers, you'll see there I'm trying to get Daniel Aguier in. I'm not sure if that's going to go through or not, but we have managed to pick up Luke Armstrong. Luke Armstrong joins us. I've got plenty of wage budget, so 1,600 goes on Luke Armstrong, who is a 2.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential ability. He's another striker, and if we can't find that balance up top, I've got another option, and I'm starting to get a little worried that our forwards, our strikers, Taylor Crossdale, Juanito Lopez and Otte aren't scoring enough and not scoring on a regular basis. So he joins from Salford, who are in League 1. He only played 5 games when they were in League 2, but did play 20 non-competitive games, scoring 11. Before that he was in League 1 with Accrington, where he scored 3 in 16, and when he was back down at this level on loan at Gateshead some years ago, he scored 11 in 18. He's originally from Middlesbrough, and he has the potential to score goals given a run, and so although he isn't ranked as one of the best strikers, and we are paying him a lot of money in comparison to others, he does potentially have that goal about him that we can bring in. But we're going to get on to today's game, and today's game is against Hartlepool away. We're 6-4 favourites. As you can see, our form is inconsistent, but we are desperately needing a win, and the team we're going to send out to do that is Dewhurst in goal, Aina, who comes in from the cold at right back, Odesina and De La Fuente in the centre, Solar on the left, Tunga, Estrada in the centre, and we're bringing Demirovic in from the development squads. Karamatang on the right, Whittaker on the left, and Otte gets another chance to show me that he is good enough. On the bench we have Dubai, Odemeo, Taylor Crossdale, Doherty and Boys, and as you can see we've got the 4 players on holiday. We're waiting for Zerbin to come back from injury, and Luke Armstrong's just nursing back to full strength. We have promoted a couple of guys such as Callum Andrews and Demirovic from the youth setups, and so we will see whether they can stake a claim. And I want to say, if we play to our game, we will win, and you're very capable of that. And they are. We are in indifferent form. I don't think the cups have helped us. If we're concentrating on just the league, it will be really good. Get that back down to where it should be. So we've got Whittaker, who's running down, and he holds the ball too long, and I've not been impressed all season. But when I'm just about to take him out of the squad, he does do some good bits, and that's just the perfect example. He's lost the ball twice inside 20 seconds, but now he gets the ball back and he takes the run, and I have no explanation for that. Takes a shot when he doesn't need to, and it's a perfect example. I mean, if we had our fit players, Whittaker would probably be dropped to the bench now, but it's Molyneux for Hartlepool who scores, and Dewars doesn't handle it, and our promotion bid could be over today, because with the amount of games left, an older shot really just sticking it out in front, we're struggling. That's an awful keeping error for me. Hartlepool are on the edge of the playoffs. This is our game in hand. We will still be 6 points, but we really needed it to be 3 points adrift. And as you can see, Hartlepool are matching us. As many shots and more on target, possession wise. It's Molyneux again, who's easily able to brush off our player and take a shot. And we are very much starting to struggle. Here's Whittaker. Whittaker plays it in, and Odesina, it's over. Slightly less on that, and we could have been level. And now it's Odesina easily goes to Kyramatan and easily taken off him, and over the top to Burrell, and it almost goes in. The keeper does enough, but we are struggling really badly at the moment. And it's Featherstone. Odesina gets it away again. It's Kyramatan who's on the opposite side now. He's going to run. He's got no help with him at the moment as he slows down, and then the ball comes off him. And we need to demand more for the last 10 minutes of the first half. Solar gets that away into the centre for Featherstone, and Hartlepool are looking comfortable at the moment. De La Fuente, Estrada's on the ball, plays it over the top, it's going to nobody, and it comes to nothing again. And Molyneux now on the ball again, falls, breaks, and they're getting all the luck as well. Zakiri, Bale, Featherstone, Bale, out, and this looks like it's building to something. It's Molyneux, crosses it in, and we're lucky again. It looks as though the fight has gone out of us. Estrada now. Not many options either. Finds Solar. Solar takes a shot, and out of nowhere Solar scores his second goal of the season. Estrada found him. There wasn't much options, but Solar puts that away, and it is 1-1. And against the run of play now, if we look at this, Estrada doesn't have any options, finds Solar out in nowhere. Solar takes a left-footed shot, and we draw the game level. And we need to assertively tell them that if they play well, the result will come. And it's Hartlepool again who's starting off. Hawes, it's Houlihan who gets it in, and we've conceded again, and it's Zakiri who scores. And we just look out of our depth. I don't want to see that again. Let's have a look. So early on, and we're just fighting uphill again. We find Aina. Aina can't do anything. Defender blocks it. Tunga plays it inside. It's tight. Estrada now. Whittaker. Otte. Estrada. Otte. Estrada. Not many options. Kyramatan tries from out of the box and comes to nothing. And we are going to have to change things up pretty early now. We've got Odesina who's going to struggle, so Odemeo will come on. We do need to go more attacking. Otte is done absolutely nothing, and we're going to welcome back Crossdale, and Doherty is the one that we're probably going to look to bring in. Doherty's going to come on for Estrada and move Tunga up. Doherty can play in that half-back role. Tunga will play as the Carolero. I need to tell them to show some passion. It's very disappointing. We are without 4 key members, but look how easily Houlihan managed there. They are 3-1 up, and our promotion push is looking disastrous at the moment. We did look really good chasing Aldershot all the way, but we've been found out and we've looked absolutely poor today. Bale, Houlihan, in, and it's an easy goal. Nobody's even challenged, and we don't need to see it for a third time. Hartlepool are 3-1 up, and we are 6 points adrift with 9 games remaining, and although there's a lot to play for, we have thrown a lot away, and this is another game we have thrown away, and it's very disappointing. And the next game, I think, is an away game, and we will be out without our key members. Kyra Matang now scores, and there's no point in, we may as well go very attacking, and we are going to push Doherty up and Tunga up. Demirovic can go and play that attacking role. Attack. Doherty can play as an attack. Tunga attack. Aina needs to be attack. Solar needs to be attack. Kyra Matang has scored. Another one that's against the run of play, and Solar's involved again, but Kyra Matang does that. And let's have a look. We've gone very attacking. Tell them to push forward, and it is now shoot on sight as well. 3-2 against Hartlepool. It's a shocking result. Solar's had a great game, and we've just done nothing really. I mean, 18 shots, 7 on target, but we never looked threatening, and both goals we scored was against the run of play. I am not happy with the result at all. So now on to the Fylde game, and I have recalled some of those holidays because it was clear we couldn't do without some of them. Whittaker doesn't look to have recovered, and Aaron Sibia is looking to come in for him. And so the team that we will be putting out is Dewhurst, Aina, Odesina, De La Fuente and Solar at the back. Tunga, Magoma and Otranto in the middle. Aaron Sibia's recalled onto the left with Kimpioka on the right, and Otte given one last chance to try and show me his worth persevering with, because at the moment he's done nothing. I don't think he's scored in 10 games after an amazing start. And they do need to go out there and impress me today against Fylde, because we can't afford another defeat. That is how tight it has become. We have Aldershot today, we're away against Macclesfield, and so we're now hoping that teams like Macclesfield can do us a favour, because there is only one automatic promotion position, and we don't want to go into the playoffs if we can help it, which is a lottery. So we've got Whitmore for Fylde now. Livingston over the top, comes to nothing. Odesina replaced to De La Fuente to Solar to Aaron Sibia in there. Otranto over the top, he finds Kimpioka, and Kimpioka shots wide. It was a really good shot to put us up and confidence back into the team. It's Montgomery now, and it's cut out, and Magoma over the top finds Otte, and Otte straight at the keeper, and he's having his chances and he's having an absolute nightmare again. That was a golden opportunity, and while ever we're dominating, we are not scoring, and that is the problem. And that Angel decision has probably been a very bad decision indeed. We're now trying again, but Cosilo has got free, plays it over the top, and it's Rowe who's got free, and now Fylde on the break of We thought they'd scored there, it's just gone wide and it remains 0-0. Otranto's playing well since we brought him back from his holiday. It would have been good to give him a break, but we're now at a crucial point where we can't afford defeats. And this may be another bad decision. We have been the better team, we need to keep it up. But Otte's not happy with that, and really disappointed with Otte. Thought we'd found the answer in the first couple of games he played, and then he's just gone south pretty quickly. And it's Livingston now for Fylde, over the top to Willoughby. Willoughby knocks it back to Patton, and Patton knocks it back to Cragen. Cragen's going to go back to Whitmore. Whitmore over the top, and Rose now in again, and the last ditch tackle, and Dewars with a save. And they have looked more threatening in 2 highlights than we have looked all game with tame shots. Magoma. Cragen's going to pick up the loose ball because all our men are back. And it's a free kick, and it's Bennett, and we do get it away. But it's a handball, Aina's given away, and it's a penalty, and now Fylde step up, and it's Cragen. And Cragen puts them 1-0 up. And our form is taken an absolute nightmare dip. Don't need to see a penalty again. Otte's just awful, but I haven't really got much to bring on for him. We are going to change it. Otte may have played his last game because he is absolutely shocking. Aaron Sibby is not having a good game. I don't have the players to bring on instead, but Estrada is going to come on, and he can play that defensive midfield role in support. And tell them to get creative. 8 shots, 64% possession, and we've been undone. Get Aaron Sibia onto attacking position, and now my only changes are defensive. And they've got another free kick, and it threatens to get worse before it can get better. Cragen again, and it does. Cragen scores, and Fylde have found that they are now 2-0 up, and we are in an absolute nightmare. The playoffs now look to Beckham. We've thrown away a game in hand. We have now thrown away this game. Aldershot will go 9 points clear, and that, in reality, it's 3. We have fallen apart. This is an absolute disgrace. Burke, Rowe, Burke in, Dewhurst, absolute calamity. Chucks it into his own net, and we are falling off. That's 34-4, 2 defeats. We've only had 2 all season, and now on the game, live games. We'll address it in training. And what does that do? It won't give much change. Let's have a look back to the big table. So 38 games played, we have 8 games remaining in which to save our season. Barnet have now drawn level on us, and we have Aldershot up there on 87 points, and Aldershot look destined to go up. We look destined to fall away as things stand. We have only lost 4 games all season, but the last 2 games mean we are in absolute, we've looked like we're out of a depth. And I think that's to do, one, with the striking problem, and Otte has played his last game. He has gone 11 games without a goal. What we're going to do is, that's the end of today's episode, and we're going to get a good chunk of these and probably come back for the last 2 games of the season, unless promotion is viable before then, which I don't think so, because if you think about it, we'd have to win 4 games, which would mean if we won the next 4 and Aldershot lost the next 4, which is unlikely, which would mean the game against Chorley and then we still wouldn't get the promotion. It would go down to these. So if that's going to happen, then it's going to happen here. It's unlikely to happen, which means we'll then have the playoffs. And so what we'll do is we'll get through these games. If we are going into the playoffs, we will finish the end of the season and come back for those playoffs. So you will know either way by the next episode what we are going to do, whether it's on for promotion or the playoffs. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next episode. Alright, so this is our youth take for this season. They've arrived for assessment. Louis Goodwin stands out as one of our better players from this year's youth intake. I've managed to shape the mentality of Carl Draper with my own influence and experience, and the youth candidates have been given trial contracts. So if we have a look at those, what we will actually do is we'll go into the development centre and let's have a look at those. So as you can see, it's not a great intake, so probably everything below Robin Williamson will leave. So McGee, Draper, Byrne, Livesey, Wolf, Kirby, Peel, Claridge, Harker, Vestatus and Burton, they will all leave, and youth contracts will be given to Williamson, Connolly, Akubeni Barker, Devante Dunkley and Louis Gordon. So let's have a look at our best talent, who is a right winger with a half-star current ability, 3-star potential ability. Is a 16-year-old right winger who has 11 for dribbling, 13 for determination, 11 work rate, 12 pace, 11 balance, 13 acceleration. Our coach summary tells us that he literally just says he can prove a lot. He's behind Joseph Lloyd. Joseph Lloyd is about the same sort of ability but plays on the opposite wing. So I don't hold out much hope for any of this crop coming through, and that's why there's no point, if that's our best player, keeping some of these other players. So that's what we'll do. We'll get those contracts sorted for those, put them in the youth team, and that builds up our under 18 squad as we did last season and with the signings that we made previous to that. If you've got this far, just hold on a few seconds more. If you've liked what you've seen, please like just down there. Also subscribe, you'll see what else is coming from the channel. We've got other football content coming and potentially other series that you may enjoy. But this is Non-League to Glory. Thank you for watching. See you soon.
Sky. We are heroes tonight.